Hey guys, Tyrip here bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Nexus. Playing today spawning on the left, we have PFC playing as Soviets, straight away going for Armoured Assault. Base offensive is IncaUna playing as Ostheer, straight away going for Jaeger Infantry. In terms of rankings, IncaUna rank 8, PFC rank 3 currently. Very high ranking battle this time. And quite an unusual capping order here from IncaUna, coming up to the north. It's a machine gun pyro combination. Usually we see the other split. We're about to get overwhelmed here by the conscripts as they push forwards. Thought maybe he's going to jump into the building. Did not do that, and PFC decided he's doing that now. Sniper out for IncaUna. PFC does have radio intercept though, so we'll have heard that. Now coming in onto the building's blind side. No windows on this side, just the door, so has to jump out with the machine gun. He managed to suppress these conscripts, but I'm not going to try stick around, get anything going. Crawling away with the conscripts. Okay, there they go. And gets the lucky shot, hitting the retreat. With that sniper, you can see PFC uncontested down the bottom, getting a huge amount of territory control. This can happen if you go for a sniper like this. IncaUna, you know, it's kind of like costs a squad and a half worth of manpower. Leaves you quite far behind in terms of capping power. But I'm sure he hopes he can keep it alive for a very long time. Bring that back. Flamethrower out here from PFC, who's going for 3 conscript 2 combat engineer style. Don't have like a super early conscript upgrade in this commander, so I think this kind of build does make sense. Sometimes, you know, we see like with these VTs, I don't think we've seen too many PPS8 strats, but I think PPS8 conscripts are pretty strong this patch. You might want to go for 4 conscripts instead of 3 and 2 combat engineers. IncaUna really struggling for territory control though. Going to be a very slow tier 2. You can see he's got the battle phase 2 completing now, but doesn't have enough fuel to even put down the tech. Their lone builder 222. So it's going to come in very, very late. PFC though did go for tier 2, not tier 1. So can't build his own sniper unless he does a side tech. Looks like he's going for a very early tier 3. You know, generally if you've got double combat engineers you have a bit more wiggle room as to when you plant that down. You can maybe afford to plant it down a bit later, but it makes me wonder if he's going to try to squeeze out a quad instead. Does have a reasonable amount of munitions floating currently. Or if he's just going to go for the tried and true T-70. He is a little bit low on manpower. Take a quick look at the KD, you can see it's not going too well for him. Ooh, partial dodge. Conscript still very, very low. But they do make it out alive. Chasing in. Pretty much no chance they're going to go down there. Does manage to get some territory going down the bottom. Conscript's going to pop some sandbags down there themselves. Try to pressure the sniper. Not getting much damage done though, only 3 models, not terribly good at firing on the move either. Looks like he wants to stick around, get them neutralized before retreating here. This is risky. Not going to be able to get it done. Loses a model. Okay, IncaUna going for the G43s, also going for a 3rd Grenadier, so this is a very heavy infantry build, which I think is a fair decision. As I mentioned, quite bad fuel control so far. I think he's hoping that PFC's not watching this engagement and he can set up and win this engagement, but we have a demo charge coming in from PFC. Oof. The engineers though suffer a lot of bleed. A couple of grenadiers coming out of base, chopping them down. Now the sniper! Ooh, can't quite get the shot off. The angle wasn't quite there, had to turn around a tiny bit. But yeah, this is very, very irritating for PFC. Maybe finally going to be able to fight back now with the T-70 arriving. Interesting, goes from a mix of both G43s and LMGs. Pack for IncaUna. One of the real assets of this commander with the ambush camo is of course the sprint. And sprint forwards with your grenadiers, get the Faust off, makes it so much easier to fend off light vehicles. It's just so strong, part of what makes this commander, you know, if not Ostheer being the strongest, then this is probably his second strongest at the moment. Just very strong at all stages, you know, you got the ambush train with that sprint as I talked about for the early game. G43s are solid, still generally prefer LMGs myself, but they're better than they were for sure. Jaeger command squad, also an absolute powerhouse, very, very good. And then for the late game, light artillery barrage, excellent at forcing off team weapons. Ostheer support, the king of killing vehicles. And you've just got like a absolute complete commander. There we go, sprinting in, going for the Faust. Too far away from the pack to kill, but at least going to slow down the T-70 quite a lot here. Did manage to get 3 kills on the T-70 already though. It's reasonable. But you can see the map control situation not going well for PFC. That sniper bleeding him hard. And his pushback, the T-70 not really working out too well because of that Faust.
Soviet HQ now includes a field hospital. Supply sector under attack.
Pushing onto the cutoff here. Doesn't take much to repair off the engine damage at least. But wow, very aggressive pack play from IncaUna. Misses the pack shot though. Sniper is coming up behind. All the conscripts, all the troops are back at base, so not much PFC can do here. Doesn't have any squads coming through on the flank or anything. Double T-70, okay, I actually quite like this from PFC. Realizing his scenario maybe not going terribly well right now. If he tries to play standard, IncaUna's going to get to his medium tank timing very, very effectively. Already you're only 100 fuel away, way before he will get to it himself. So, he's going to try and make a bit of a push here, and I think it's a wise choice. Chasing away the machine gun. I don't think we've seen any mines go down so far from IncaUna. Do have a sweeper out from PFC, so he goes on the hunt. Pack setting up, but conscripts are right there, pressuring. Squad's charging through for the Faust. Sniper. Oh, pack gets a shot off there. I thought it might not be able to find the angle. But full retreat. Pack under pressure from the conscripts. Here comes the second T-70 now. Pack under a lot of heat. Sniper on the move. This T-70. Oh, okay, that was really risky. I don't think I would have tried to press across for any more damage, just in case it did set up and fire off a shot really quickly. But it ended up working out for PFC. Close call. If he avoided that shot from the pack over here, of course it would have been fine, but he was just a shot from death. It was a little bit risky. Maybe could have got chain Fausted down as well there from IncaUna. Hard to tell exactly how much health T-70 has. It looks like it would survive one more Faust. IncaUna didn't actually have the munitions for 2 at the time, so did play that correctly, backing off. We also have another conscript squad coming up for PFC. Curious decision. Sniper getting quite low. Doesn't have medics? Wow, getting medics now. That's super late. As a result, his sniper was in a bit of trouble. But yeah, steel on the pack. IncaUna having to rebuild that now. And has you know, one pack to fight off 2 T-70s is not an easy task, even with the Sprint Faust combo. Very good awareness here from PFC. I think this was the right choice. And you know, if he plays this well enough, the extra delays he could get to IncaUna's fuel, the extra territory control he gains himself, gonna pay off this T-70.
Sector has been cut off.
A lot of munitions though for PFC. Hasn't had much time to plant mines so far this game. Perhaps showing that he's been a bit behind the 8 ball. Usually these top level players are spamming those mines with the double combat engineers. Here he goes, starting to get them down now. Telemine right there!
Enemy forces are
Oh
securing our
boy,
territory.
that was close. And now spotted by the sweeper. Could attack around that with the T-70. Pack. Okay. Doesn't get the shot off. Mine triggered. Grenadier's on the move. IncaUna pretty close in terms of resources. Two being on board medium tank. Sweeper did get forced away, but sticks around for the attack ground. There goes the Teller. Nice area. I think this is like a pretty good region to plant a mine. Somewhere in between these 2 points. Gets quite a lot of traffic. The area like around here is pretty good as well on this map. Comes T-70, packs in a nice position though to fend it off. Oh, Sprint Faust, he's looking for it. Second pack shot connects. If the Faust connects, that's the end of the T-70, but manages to back out in time. Definitely was a real threat, and still could be with some pathfinding hiccups here. Oof. Okay. Comes to second T-70 now. No snaring squads available for IncaUna. T-70 diving in. Pressuring the packs over the conscripts. Here comes a Grenadier. 2 Grenadiers. Going to be able to fire off a Faust. Disengaging with the T-70 though. That could be curtains. Pack setting up. One shot. Probably going to have to be attack ground for the second. And he gets it. There goes the T-70. Aggressive play there for PFC, but I think he needed to stay on top of the pack. Well, it would have been risky, but I think he had to. Otherwise exactly what happened would have happened. Still did come down to attack ground from IncaUna to finish the job, but maybe PFC could have came up with his own stolen pack and killed this while his T-70 stood guard with the damaged engine. Probably still would have lost the T-70 2 chain Fausts, but at least would have killed the pack. So would have been better overall. And yeah, would have heard this on the radio. Intercept Panzer IV coming through, so PFC in some pretty big trouble all of a sudden. Still hasn't killed the sniper, lost one of his T-70s. Still has a strong army base, 4 conscripts. Has got his tier 4 down now as well. So can start going for those 7-man upgrades. And he's got a boatload of munitions to go for those upgrades with as well. And you still have the loiter in this commander also, which will help him late game. Kind of fight loiter with loiter between these 2 commanders. One anti-tank, one anti-infantry. Okay, Panzer IV coming to the bottom to get things going. Chasing conscripts away. Big flood of infantry in the north. Good dodge on the rifle nade. T-70 coming up as well. Pack's already backed out. Doesn't have much protection here. So getting a cheeky shot off though. Before rotating back up to the north after forcing away the conscripts on the bottom. Second machine gun coming in now for IncaUna. Wants to control the map with the double machine guns, make it very hard for PFC to get any flanks going. PFC meanwhile going for a second anti-tank gun, which is interesting. Makes me think he's actually going to go for the IS-2 this game. Conscripts. Oh, no anti-tank grenades? Oh boy. Oh, that is a monumental mistake from PFC. No AT grenades, and now his anti-tank gun's in some huge trouble because of that. Conscripts Uraying in, still hasn't even got the tech. Merging in, looks like he used the wrong hotkey. Command engineers do survive, that was a super close call, and the Panzer IV has to back off. But that was such a big mistake from PFC not having anti-tank grenades, wow. Definitely that it would be more important in my books than getting a second anti-tank gun. Still too low on manpower to afford them as well. There's quite a few mines down though, so maybe this can work out. But yeah, it seems to me like PFC may be going to go for the IS-2. I haven't seen that in a high level 1v1 so far this patch. I don't think it received any real changes though, this compared to some of the other heavy tanks. You know, Tiger got a slight vet buff. Pershing with the improved repairs as well. Requiring less time to repair. IS-2 I suppose did come down in command points by 1, but that's pretty much it I believe. Demo charge on the building. Trying to tempt him inside. Conscripts stalling. Kind of hoping that a squad, I think, jumps into the building from this angle. The squad otherwise will just run around the corner and then spot it, so he's trying his hardest. But it's not going to work out, I don't think. Nice attempt though with the demo. Might as well when you had, you know, just 400 munitions at one stage. Might as well try something out like that. It looks like maybe he hasn't. Okay, there he spotted it now. D70 coming to the bottom, but the pack is down here. Oh, triggers the mine. Triggers the demo. PFC with a commanding amount of territory control. IncaUna struggling a little bit for fuel, would want to be producing the second Panzer IV at this stage, but unable to do so, just hasn't had the territory control. Panzer IV's kind of been a little bit inactive, I feel. Maybe he feels a little bit boxed out by the double anti-tank guns. Still only 3 kills, coming back down to the bottom. We have a mine, which could be trouble. Incendiary shot, followed by a grenade by the G43 Grenadiers. T70 switching from side to side. Engineer Flame, I'm hoping to get something going. 40 kills already on that sniper though, that's a really high kill count. 2 per minute. Very, very impressive. We have the ZIS nearby for the incoming Panzer IV. And connecting. PFC very close to that IS-2, a little bit more manpower required. It was a very interesting choice going for that 4th conscript squad. Looks like he's lost it now though. Whoa. Produced 5. I guess he merged one in, then I didn't notice. And it disappeared. Okay. They're still struggling for munitions at the moment in this game, so hasn't been able to upgrade ambush camo on his troops yet. Pack missing shot on the T-70. And that's where the Jaeger command squad can come in handy compared to maybe going for a third grenadier with these kind of sniper builds. If you can delay, saves you the munitions of having to go for a weapon upgrade. That was a nasty shot from the Panzer IV. Now even the AT gun's under some pressure. T-70 hiding down the bottom. And the infantry planes coming through. IS-2 charging forwards. T-70 coming in on the rear. Going for the anti-tank gun. Good connection. Oh boy, but this could still be the end of the T-70. Manages to clear the range. Very lucky for the T-70. Panzer IV missed its shot. So the T-70 survives. Reasonable execution from that for PFC. Not slightly more smoothly, but did also have to deal with some action in the north. And ultimately got the job done. Pack killed. Perhaps IncaUna paying the price. Not going for a second anti-tank gun when it's floating close to 700 manpower. These two getting some nice damage done with the machine gun upgrade. It's going to take a Faust though, going to slow it down a long way. Do have the vehicle crew repairs in this commander though, so helpful for keeping the IS-2 healthy.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Looks like he lost all the veterancy from that MG42 as well. Oh, wow! Pack 40 goes down super quickly. Talonmine looks like also triggered over here. Decrewed the ZIS, as well as doing heavy damage to the IS-2. Panzer IV swooping in, hoping to capitalize on this alongside the sniper. It's under pressure. Conscripts launch the anti-tank grenade. It's just connecting. Conscripts now pressuring the sniper. Hoping to keep hold of that ZIS. And the pack also is going to be regathered from PFC. That was a tense moment, but he fended off the pressure quite nicely. Yeah, also managed to feel himself a Maxim amongst all this. Wants to steady the ship. Oh boy! Pack gonna get an attack ground opportunity? No. Decides to back away with it instead. Okay. Panther coming in for IncaUna. Okay, well I didn't notice that he put down his tier 4.
Panther has arrived from the fatherland.
Wants to go toe to toe with the IS-2. I do talk about this well, I haven't talked about it for a long time. It's probably quite a few of you knew. But I do feel it's very important for the Panther, especially the Ostheer Panther, which doesn't have 5 stars of veterancy to lean on, to do a lot of damage against the IS-2 before it hits Vet 2, before it gets the range bonus. Because I feel once the IS-2 gets the range bonus, the Panther becomes significantly less effective. But before then, Panther enjoys that 10 range advantage, and you can really work that range advantage to deal damage and take none in return. Clean off the sandbag there. And now coming down. Hasn't swept across here for a while. A couple mines down from PFC. Only managed to reinforce all his troops again. Sniper. Maybe 1 kill now away from Vet 3. Kill counter has slowed down a touch. He's only got 7 kills in the last 6 minutes. Okay. And he's not dropping any models there. Good news for IncaUna, less to reinforce. Panther coming in from the side, anti-tank gun. Doesn't have sight at the moment, now it does. Panzer IV in some trouble. He's dropped the light artillery barrage on the anti-tank gun, forcing it away. The plane's coming through. Pack getting quite low. Conscripts chasing, hoping for the decrew. IS-2 surging through the wall. looking for the kill on the pack yet again. T70 meanwhile diving around, getting some nice damage done. Could be in some trouble though. Panther chasing after it. You see a little bit late. Panther doesn't quite get the shot off his reload, just a tiny bit too slow. PFC yet again killing IncaUna's team weapons. He's been really good at exploiting them when they're a tiny bit out of position and then getting the kill on them. Very impressive so far. And you know, when you're making those kind of big pushes, having the IL-2 stern attacks just flying around just denies those opportunities for your opponent to fight back. You know, your infantry keeps getting suppressed. They hang around for quite a long time, so it's not like you can just dodge once and then you're good. So really make those kind of aggressive plays a lot easier to execute. These two trying to hold the line. Light artillery barrage. Forcing PFC back somewhat. IncaUna though, the one with the VP lead at the moment, ahead by around 80 VPs. T70 coming back in. Oh, that's a big shot. Sniper not quite in range for the finishing blow. I actually didn't have munitions for an incendiary shot anyway. Picking off a model there. Oh, T-34-85 for PFC. That's a lot of tanks now. Close to rounding out his army comp once everything's reinforced as well. Maybe could squeeze in one more combat engineer for repairs or something like that. This is pretty much what he's got at the moment though. IncaUna, actually kind of a similar story. Picking up the second machine gun. Could maybe squeeze in a second anti-tank gun and that'll pretty much do him. Or maybe wants to go for an indirect fire piece. Panzerwerfer a tiny bit too expensive, but could squeeze it in. Fighting one model down. Good shot off there. Nice two coming in from the side. Switching sides with the Panther coming over to fight the IS-2. Just trading blows. Panzer 4 under pressure. I think getting some good hits in though. IS-2 with engine damage. T-70 coming down now as well. Pushing through the center. Very aggressive with this Zis. Could be in some trouble. Not sure where the sniper's heading to though. He's going after the conscripts. Could be under some T-34 fire shortly though. And that comes. There goes the sniper. Looks like PFC's going to just straight up disengage. And these kind of late game scenarios where your opponent has a whole bunch of team weapons, not entirely sure where they are, this is where units that boost sight really come into their own. The T-70 with the recon mode, very, very important in these kind of scenarios. IncaUna had it. A command squad with the flares, a very strong option. Pios, of course, with their just natural increased sight range, very important. In these late game to and fro's, you can avoid running into your enemy's team weapons and potentially losing them, or at least losing a whole bunch of territory. A lot more effective if you have sight in your attacks. Artillery barrage coming down. Kind of was targeting, I think, the anti-tank gun, which was further forwards. Didn't end up doing too much to the Maxim. Okay, and IncaUna actually going for a Stug instead of a second anti-tank gun. Also a pretty strong option. Just getting decrewed in the north. Engine damage somehow on the T-3485. Didn't look like it was low enough, but... You see charging forwards under the cover of the planes, hoping to catch the Panzer IV, but the Panther and the Stug jumping on top. Didn't. Okay, well there goes the Panzer IV. Didn't have munitions for the Blitz initially. Now the IS-2 in some trouble. Here comes the pack though. It's Vet 2 as well. They have a really nasty rate of fire. Oh, the pack taking a big chunk of damage from the planes, and down it goes. So it looked like IncaUna had a chance to fight back there, maybe even kill the IS-2, but how quickly things turn around because of the loiter. And now yet again IncaUna is going to lose back. It looks like, at least. PFC is a little bit low on munitions. Try to kill it now, but Grandy's coming in from the side and the pack is getting laser beamed down. This is where that target size nerf really comes into effect, and the pack goes down super quickly. Now the Panther charging forwards again. T-3485 is full strength. IS-2 and T-3485 doing damage as they back away. It's just the pack crew running off the map. S2 and 85 having to pull back. Need some repairs. So IncaUna coming back in, saving his pack, decrewing PFC's pack as well. It was a bit of a risk coming back in, but he made it work. It's nice to see those kind of plays pay off. And you can see PFC really struggling at the moment, keeping his vehicles healthy. And that's hurting him. Perhaps to launch a Molotov here to guarantee this, but decides against it. IncaUna, meanwhile, still hasn't upgraded the machine gun on the Panther. To Vet 2 on that now. Got the armoured skirts, bit of bonus armour. Gonna come in handy. Couple greenies making their way down to the south. IS-2's back up to full strength, opening up on the Panther. Pretty close to Vet 2 on that now. So that window that I was talking about that the Panther has is coming to a close. Similar story for the Stug as well, also just 50 range, so once the IS-2 hits Vet 2, both of those units are really going to struggle for IncaUna. Stug coming down to the bottom. No anti-tank gun here since PFC's lost one of those. Haven't seen too much recon mode usage on the T-70 so far. I think that's one slight error that I've seen in PFC's play. Otherwise it's been very strong. Oh boy, Stug comes forwards, looking for some damage on the T-34. Takes some damage from the Zis. Missing though, and the light artillery barrage now hammering down. T-70 diving on top of the pack. Stug doesn't quite have an angle because of the trees. Panther coming back in. But there we go, pack goes down. IS-2 and T-34 charging in after the Panthers, getting low. T-3485 now going after the Stug. Is this connecting? Stug still alive, 40 health. Gets away. Second Stug in fact out from IncaUna after losing that Panzer IV. So I do go for double Stugs. And here comes a healthy one. T-3485 hanging around at the base doorstep for maybe a touch too long. Attack round opportunity, and it works. Oh boy. Okay, T-70 is going to get away. Oh, I didn't even notice that. That was a second T-3485 for PFC. Interesting. Pumping out yet another one now. Getting repaired up out the back just about to full strength. PFC, though, has had very poor control over their central VP. And now down to just 90 victory points, even though he's made some nice pushes. IncaUna is also tier 4, you have to remember. It does have that down, so it does have the improved reinforcement cost from having that structure. Sniper trouble, conscripts Urang at a curious time, managed to get the anti-tank grenade off, but don't kill the sniper. Looks like he's going to go after the Stug instead, but getting suppressed by a machine gun facing a very unusual angle. IS-2 charging in after the Stug. Connecting, one more shot required, second Stug coming out. Gonna run some defense. Bit of a blind corner here, very risky for the IS-2. But he gets the job done. Double Fausts though. Second Stug coming in after the IS-2. Both of them missing. IS-2 in some trouble. And Stug finishing it off. Very risky. Chasing around the corner like that with the IS-2. And it's kind of a curious decision, you know. He didn't do that with the T-34-85 before. But he did do it with the IS-2, a much more valuable tank, especially as I talked about being at Vet 2. Unusual decision making. Okay, next tank gun going down for PFC. T-34 is going in. They see the sniper, they see the Panther, but they can't quite kill either of them. Going to settle for the machine gun instead. Down that goes. Still coming around the corner. We still have the pack facing an unusual angle. He's switching it around now. T-45 in some trouble. Pack opening up. And do some nice damage, but IncaUna does manage to recover the machine gun. You see in rugged shape at the moment. Just playing a scrappy style, hanging on to territory, but has been suffering quite a lot of bleed. Take a quick look at the KD. 50 behind, but pretty much all on the sniper though. His vehicles have been performing well. PFC. 70 kill sniper though, it's pretty impressive. Very close call. If those conscripts that were ooh-ahing over here just shot at the sniper, I think it would have gone down. But you know, things were very, very hectic at that stage. Can't blame him. Could be an opportunity here to merge in instead of reinforcing these anti-tank guns as well. Save yourself a tiny bit of manpower. But alright. Crew repairs active. PFC with enough munitions for the planes once again. And going for a lot of T-34s. He's burnt through his fuel reserves now. And we have seen, I think, PFC do this before, maybe with like Sherman tanks, spamming out the mediums. It's a high risk, high reward strategy. Requires a tremendous amount of micro. Okay, well, T-70 in some trouble right off the bat. Takes a Faust. Panther charging forwards, looking for the finishing blow. Doesn't have sight though, loses sight. T-34 going for the ram. He's right in front of the double anti-tank guns. Panther taking some big damage. We've got the planes coming down. T-34 though itself taking a lot of damage. Okay, here come the double T-34s from the north. One of the Grenadiers extremely low but still alive. This one popping the blind on one of the T-34s. Panther's still alive. Anti-tank guns charging forwards, but get diverted by one of the other Stugs. So not contributing in the hunt for the Panther. T-34s missing and bouncing. Double T-34s. Uh-oh. Oh, miss bounce. Here come the double anti-tank guns, but looks like he's just A-moved them forwards. Oh, but they do get the kill just as the T-34 goes down. Either way, that is a horror show for PFC. Losing 3 tanks just to kill the Panther. Didn't kill any of the Grenadiers or the sniper. that was a calamity, honestly. Getting rid of the Panther for sure feels good, but that did not go how he intended, I'm sure. Does still have the T-70 at least at the bottom. Here come the double Stugs, so how long will this last? Trying to hide. Double Stugs lining up. One missing though. T-70 popping. Recon mode, can he get away? The double Stugs chasing. He's pretty fast though, Vet 3. Saw those Stugs busting through the wall. Don't have sight though, I think. Oh! Only managed to get one shot off that miss earlier over here from the Stug. Saving the day for the T-70. And IncaUna looking to set up the triple cap. Capping in the north. Holding on to the bottom. You see under a huge amount of VP pressure right now. Does have a T-34 rolling out. Looks like crew repairs on the T-70. Got a flak pans out now for IncaUna. So this will be helpful if PFC ever gets those planes again. Yeah, I'll shoot those down. And, you know, a solid option against the troops. Oh boy, T-34 finds the sniper. Doesn't want to chase him too far, but hoping for a lucky shot to get the kill. Okay, double Stugs rotating to the north. We've got a Zis up here. Very spread out. Rifle nade doesn't do much. And these anti-tank guns doing quite a lot of damage in IncaUna. This tank fleet requiring a lot of repairs, and it looks like he might have forgotten about this machine gun in the north getting killed by a T-34.
We have been reduced to 25 points. Failure is not rewarded. Good work, comrade.
Still a very, very close game. Army size-wise, you can see IncaUna is a larger army, having 3 tanks. But PFC, I think, in terms of effective army, very, very similar, I would say. Oh boy, conscripts hanging on in the center. Sniper could finish them off. And down they go. Double Stugs diving, trying to find the T-70, which is doing a few laps. May even come in on the sniper now. Here he comes. Got the flak panzer nearby. Is this finally the end of the sniper? T-70 coming in. Retreating now. Facing the wrong direction. And the sniper surviving. Ooh boy. Slight error in the T-70 control. Gun facing the wrong direction. Stopping the machine guns from firing. Saving the day for that sniper. 77 kills. But either way, there was a good play from PFC. Saw the sniper there. Saw the opportunity. Avoiding the double Stugs. Nearly paid off. Did end up losing the conscripts in the center, however. T-34 in the north. Could take engine damage. And yep, double Fausts. Pulling back with it. Oh! Okay, double anti-tank guns not able to finish the job. Energy does go down the north, but the planes also called in up there to make sure Nexus troops cannot capture it. Now triple cap turned against IncaUna. He's training out fast. PFC though just at 14 VPs. Sending in the sniper to cap in the center. Should be relatively safe. With the double Stugs sitting right there. Black Panzer is quite far down on the map, so not able to fire at the planes the entire time. He's come forwards now, and there goes the T-70. The double Stugs taking care of it very quickly. Sniper almost went down. But once again, hanging on by a thread, that sniper. Getting pretty lucky this game, I'd say. Here comes T-34. Fires off one shot. Diving in. Flak Panzer still requires 2 hits to go down. Stugs in two minds about which way to come around this building. Here come the double anti-tank guns. And backs out of there. Machine gun recruit in the north, covering the victory point. Second T-34 out for PFC. Panzer IV this time from IncaUna. Gonna go toe to toe. T-34 starts things off nicely though. MG in some trouble in the center. Could get decrewed. Suppression kicks in just in the nick of time. Double Stugs rotating to the north. Sniper looking for the decrew. And gets it. Conscript's charging through the center. We've got the double anti-tank gun sitting right here, but IncaUna will be able to see that. That Grenadier squad sitting right there. And these guys have been pinned for so long that it looks like they're taking full damage right now. Dropping very, very quickly. Here comes the T-34 through the center. Hoping to catch the sniper, but Grenadier's there with the threat of the Faust. Doesn't want to commit too far, but oh boy, a bit of a traffic jam. Big damage. The double Stugs in some trouble. T-34 coming in from the north as well. One Stug goes down, and that was the Vet 3 one. T-34 now trying to exit from the duel with the Panzer IV, or maybe not. Considering going for the ram, perhaps. Turret facing the wrong direction, though. Decides to get out of there. The double T-34 is also disengaging. Flak Panzer coming down. T-34 is on hand. Double anti-tank guns under pressure from the Grenadiers. Able to complete the capture. And the conscript gets away. Close call. Panzer IV coming back in, but so do the double anti-tank guns. They're lining up on the Flak Panzer. One shot connecting with the tank wreck instead, though. And then another one missing just then. Very lucky break. That easily could be a dead Flak Panzer. But all those misses working in IncaUna's favor. Ooh, if that sniper did not have 82 health, would have died to that mortar shell then. Speaking of the mortar, I didn't even mention it, but already nearly Vet 2. Panzer IV coming through for the kill on the decrew maximum, looks like. Missing a lot of shots though. Third T-34 coming in for PFC. Still on 14 VPs. But the capture circle is open now for IncaUna down the bottom. Flak Panzer is low, but will survive 2 hits at least. Ships coming into the center. Doesn't quite have enough for the URA plus anti-tank grade. Oh boy, the T-34 coming in from the north. There goes the Stug. And now the Panzer IV in some trouble. Triple T-34 swarming in. Can finish off these Axis tanks. There goes the Flak Panzer. VPs though still have to be a consideration for PFC. P4 popping the blitz. Looks like he's going to try come back through this angle. Might be able to kill one T-34 here. No! This one comes around and saves the day. Going down to the bottom. Hasn't managed to get any capping going on the other angles. IncaUna. So unable to drain off those 14 VPs. Now activating secure mode to get the cap off. Crew repairs on both these T-34s. They'll be back in action in no time. So I think that might be the end of the game. IncaUna just losing a bit too much there right at the end. Pumping out a anti-tank gun and another Stug. Might as well. He didn't have fuel for any other type of vehicle really, so I think those are reasonable choices, both of them. Emerging in, keeping the machine gun healthy, trying to hold on the territory in the center. Point to draining out fast now for IncaUna, down to just 46. 93 kills on the sniper so far. Here come a couple more. T-34 though. Will it finally get the kill? Sniper on the retreat. On prioritized vehicles with this at the moment, so not opening up on any of the infantry. more down here, preventing the capture.
We have nearly won.
25 VPs left. Triple Cap's draining out IncaUna very, very quickly. Looks like he's going to make a play for the center.
On our territory.
Stug coming up. So is the anti-tank gun. Still have to contend with that machine gun, but gets around the side of it with the Grenadiers.
The enemy has taken
Grenadiers trying to go for the cap in the north. 10 VPs remaining. Oh, not going to get it done. Stug. Going to finish the job. You see, calls the GG. Can't get on the capture circle. Whew, that was a hell of a game. Really, really good one. Back and forth action. Both players going all out. Very impressive. Sniper control, 94 kills on that. Bit of a shame it didn't see the sentry, but whew, very impressive. But just, you know, when it came down right to the end, PFC just had a little bit better control in those hectic engagements at the end stage. Kind of maybe threw away his eyes too a little bit over here, killing that Stug, which, you know, gave IncaUna a good position, but then, you know, down the stretch, the double Stugs over here getting themselves in a lot of trouble, taking a whole bunch of damage, and IncaUna never really recovered after that, it felt like. Either way, GG, yeah, hell of a game. Very, very, very good one. Anyway, guys, wrapping that. If you like your game recast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.